Misaki. Hello there, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, hi. I'm so excited for Air Expo Colombia. I want Dr. Oxygen. I don't even like soda, but I want Dr. Oxygen. I mean, look at that. The bottle is so pretty, I can't wait to get some. Oh man, I wonder how insane this is gonna be. It's like, yeah, this is it. This is where you and Kristen's dreams die. It's like, nah. There is hope. But yeah, sorry to Sky. Sorry, Mr. Sky, but I am hyped for the insanity of this expo. Like, I know it's mainly for science, but nah, I want to explore first. So now for the cacophonous Sky. Find a spot near the star pool. Just don't get hit by the billboards. I don't want to dodge billboards. That sounds terrifying. No. Oh wait, no, I'm not using that squad. Ooh, if I used that squad, that would have been chaos. I would have just instantly died. And I don't want to instantly die. Okay, that should be fine. For now. And Sarkaz, freeze. The sound of rapid punching. The incantation draws an invisible wall in midair, blocking every one of the Voiver's punches. The letters abbreviating her alma mater, the Trimon's Institute of Technology, on her boxing gloves are soaked with sweat. Finally, the Voiver stops. Phew, let's call it a day. Thanks for agreeing to be my practice partner, Nasty. We've only done half your normal routine. It's time for you to go. Have you said goodbyes to the others? Not yet. Miriam goes without saying. Miosis is in drag, and I don't know the new directors of HR and structural all that well yet. As for Justin Jr. and Ferdinand, I think it's better that those two see each other in private. They can give each other an audience to name-drop fancy banquet guests, or rattle off a couple of fanciful theories that are this close to crowning a new king of science. Besides, it's just a business trip. There are few things that require a business trip from the head of engineering personally. The district has approved our application to consolidate resources for the Horizon Arc project and continue developing levitation technology based on the legacy of Galeria Stellaria. Hello. King of Science, Edison Damashi intensifies. I am Edison. But they've also opened their doors to every tech firm in Colombia, designating an entire plate for that purpose. Did you see the list of names? Administrators from the ATAO, and even Maylander. Our proposal is now merely one of thousands. They're already showing us much respect as they could by allowing Ryan Lab to provide foundational engineering support for the plate. Government officials, tech firm representatives, things will be very busy on the plate. You're not used to dealing with these things. I haven't heard you complaining about anything. Control. The star pod is recovering, but the eyes cast up to the sky linger. When common sense is turned upside down, what was once ignored has naturally become the center of attention. Naturally, since the announcement of the special loan policy, 1/3 of major enterprises have added an aerial operations department, and SMEs are climbing over one another to jump on the Sky Fever bandwagon. I know what you're implying, but I'm not interested in political games. Even if how things develop is out of our control, Ryan Lab must maintain the initiative as the original proponent in order to protect what Kristen left behind. That's not so hard to understand. Yes, well, thanks for helping out. One more thing. Why'd you hang a sign that says Components Control section, outside of your old office, instead of moving into Kristen's old room? I'm used to this place. Plus it has all her stuff here. Miosis asked the same question. She grabbed my arm and asked with watery eyes whether I made this choice to honor Kristen, to ensure there would always be a place for Kristen at the company. I suppose you just feel more comfortable in your old place. You personally oversaw every little detail here after all. Yeah, like what other room would have a freaking boxing ring in a corner, and also a shower room? This is literally her room. It's so personalized. Since last month, A lone trail for Nemesis is Saria. He now intends to take back his former position. In the Dorothy's event, he was trying to take over Ryan Lab from Kristen. You don't imagine he'll be able to do that no longer? If he managed to get back in Ryan Labs, then Saria will just low-key beat his ass, yes. Oh man, that'd be funny. Like man, just do your own thing for now. It's like you don't have to take over, just do your own thing. You're watching over my shoulder the whole time I was furnishing your office. You're even more OCD than Parvis was. Ryan Lab is the same as it ever was. I wouldn't quite say that. At least staff who came looking for control will actually find her once in a while. I'm not sure you're the right person to say that. Is that why you chose me for this trip? Make a cut here, yes. That's the right angle. That way, the branches of the main trunk will not be affected. Test passed. Give it a tug for me before we pave it, Sky. Next set. Light sensor performance, normal. Levitation altitude, stable. Energy input and output, check. This needs a tug too. Oh, and get the disassembly set from the toolbox for me as well. Mysterious figure. Sky? Do you still need the high-speed screwdriver and the multi-function wrench then? Depends. Huh? What happened to your voice? Hello, gentlewoman. I love her design. She looks so elegant. Also, I like how she's a camera because cameraman never dies, so she's safe. She'll live through the entire event because cameraman never dies. I would love to help, but I have a scissor hanging from my buttons, and I'm holding 5 trees. I really can't take any more. Sorry, I'll get it. Did Sky leave? He told you 3 times that he was going to the levitation layer for inspections. You didn't acknowledge him at all. You could have given me a heads up. The first row of secretaries stand to one side and smile politely, only stirring when directed by your boss, and shut your ears when the conversation turns confidential. I assure you that I did not hear any of the figures or nouns that you just discussed, nor would I have understood a word of it. I remember you now. You're from administration, Gordon Tannen's secretary. I'm flattered that you remember me. Director Lunare. My name is Mercia. You can call me Mary. Mr. Tannen would like to invite you to lunch. I want to go for lunch. Do you manage his work inbox? He received your last 16 rejections. Then I'll get straight to the point. I know he's not interested in foundation engineering, and he knows that I have no interest in proposals outside of work. Speaking of lunch, though, have you changed your mind? Depending what's for food? It is, indeed, time for lunch. Nasty flips through her toolbox, taking out a rectangular object wrapped in foil from underneath all the instruments in neatly packed toolboxes. Mercia's curiosity brings her closer. She wants to know what could make this enigmatic director of Rhine Lab decline the most luxurious course at Cloud, the park's fine dining establishment. A crack appears in her impeccable secretarial smile, however, as she watches Nasty impassively unwrap the object. What is it? I want to see. Sandwich? Oh wait, it's not even a sandwich? Is this... brick... your lunch? Ration bar. What? Mercy cannot look away from the brick. Are you hungry? Would you like a bite? I'll take a bite. She's even offering to feed her. I suppose. Thank you. I want to try. What flavor is it? Chews with great difficulty. Swallows arduously. You didn't have to say yes. The second row of secretaries never decline an offer from your boss's guest, for even the smallest trifle might sour a relationship. How many rules are there? Mr. Tannen gave me a booklet that is 2 centimeters thick. Sheesh! However, the most important one, and the one that I memorized first, was... Do whatever it takes to carry out your orders, for no one will listen to your excuses. Dang girl, she's dedicated. Don't force yourself to eat it. Thank goodness. I mean, thank you for the hospitality. I have a rule of my own though, it's a bit simpler. What is it? I was born in Casdo. The first rule I learned there is that food is precious and no one may lie before it. You're holding my lunch, Mercia, so kindly tell me the truth. What exactly does Mr. Tannen want to discuss with me? Tannen must pay you very, very well. Reporting in, the core concept of this project is a perfect combination of zero-G simulation and wine tasting by substituting gravity with centrifugal force. You may spin, but your wine won't. Come to the Lucky Sissy Beast floating revolving bar, where it's not just the wine that makes your head spin. No need to read me the marketing copy. I'm just here to assess and ask questions from an engineering perspective. Where's the other tester? Any feedback after the rectifications? Vomit. That's not a good sign. You didn't sleep well last night. We passed the recheck, didn't we, Mr. Jagger? We won't have our permit revoked. The Lucky Sissy Beast for floating revolving bar does not meet requirements, whether based on engineering reports or test feedback. We would love to solve the technical issue of unstable power supply, but we need time. You had 3 days in accordance with the rules of Propeller Paradise. But it takes at least 5 days for the developers to discuss the solution. Propeller Paradise has as many corporations as there are cars on the crossroads of Trimount Square. Every driver has somewhere to be, but no one pleads to the traffic lights. There must be another way. I know, we hired close to 100 testers. We could fire them and hire more researchers with the money. But you promised us yesterday. Shut up! I reviewed the registration details for Lucky Sissy Beast. You were a grocer in a small town. You lacked the professional knowledge for levitation technology research, even if the banks have relaxed the loan criteria for businesses in the aerial sector. We stand upon Terra's first and only floating plate. Everything here must be worthy of it. Please, don't tear off that ticket. I put my life savings into the Lucky Sissy Beast, please. Dude. You put your life savings into this, but you didn't do the proper research. What were you expecting, man? Especially since you want to have a freaking bar. Everyone's gonna be throwing up. That's chaos. That's not good. That's it? I'll be back to cleaning Trimount's office building's windows in a couple of days. Vomit. Go on, barf your heart out. At least you got a taste of life in the sky. You won't have anything to throw up when you get back to the frontier, back to that cold and hunger. Yeah, I wonder if Nastian... Nasti knows logos. And I wonder why she did leave, in that case. Skip the technical inspections before the opening? Absolutely not. Everyone in Propeller Paradise is racing against the clock to get across the finish line. Mr. Tannen believes that any delays to the projects caused by inspections will compromise Propeller Paradise's opening. In addition, reducing the amount of communication you have to conduct with other tech firms will allow you to devote more of your time to your Rhine lab research. Mr. Tannen has your best interest at heart. My best interests? I spent years wandering the frontier when I first came to Columbia, building houses for the pioneer teams and killing bandits for the caravans. Life was hard until I finally got my big break. If I had someone like Gordon Tannen with my best interest at heart, handling everything I wasn't comfortable with, that would have been very fortunate, I'm sure. I would have died out there in the wilderness, I'm sure. Besides, what he really wants isn't for Rhine Lab to forfeit our control over technical inspections. How do you know? You imitate his negotiating style too well. The traps and pitfalls are obvious. I'm not a courteous. I'm not in the habit of diving into holes. Spit it out. What does he really want? You are as astute and decisive as he said you were. In that case, I'm sure you understand that while Mr. Tannen is in charge of Propeller Paradise's overall administration, it is Ryan that has a stranglehold on public opinion. He doesn't need any accidents at such a critical juncture, nor can he afford one. Therefore, he's put together a list based on project progress and asks that you perform the inspections in this order. This way, at least inspections will have a minimal impact on the progress of individual projects and minimize the chance of conflict, setting aside the issue of engineering control. The less hassle for you, the less hassle for him. That actually sounds pretty solid. He has a list of everyone's current progress. That's kind of good, actually. I mean, it's very good. I won't try to speculate about Tannen's intentions with the order. We have a compromise. Many say too many banshees. The valley represents the ideal version of what Kazo should be. A place without strife and bloodshed. The other Sarkas have been criticizing them for their comfortable life in the Convalis, seeing that they're turning their backs on the struggles of fellow Sarkas in Castel. And yeah, Nasty in the end just turned her back on that, like, entirely. Give me a list. Thank you for your understanding, Director Lunaray. I won't trouble you any longer. One last question. Which rule were you following in the negotiation just now? The 12th, know your boss and communicate his intentions with absolute faithfulness when negotiating, for you are his personal representative. However, yes? Before I came, Mr. Tannen stressed how difficult the head of Ryan Lab's engineering section was. I packed blankets because I thought I might have to spend the night in front of your office. Dang, girl. But that's not what I see. You don't need concern from other people, and you're used to cutting through the problem in the most direct way possible. The direct possible way. But you still care about people. Which is why I now have the time to enjoy my lunch in peace, something that I have not done in a long time. Thank you. I like her. Definitely an ideal worker. Like, holy cow. In that case, her boss is Mr. Krabs. Ooh, I wonder how this is gonna be. This looks fun. Ooh, the drones. Ooh, drones are a pain. Okay, this should be fine overall. Yeah, fine overall. Ooh, I can see why it's like a lot of flying enemies. Oh, great. Then again, of course, it's a freaking sky event. What am I thinking? Of course there'd be lots and lots of flying stuff in the sky event. Like, why wouldn't there be? Silly me. Okay, this is fine. Wee! Go get him. Oh yeah, it's so awkward. I didn't know that my cousins and other family members are coming over today. So currently, I guess most of them are in the room like right outside of my room, the middle room. I'm just hoping they don't bother me. I've been just holding myself up in my room. Like, I don't wanna. Nah, fam. I didn't expect y'all to come over, so nah. Like, I'm still wearing what I slept with. Didn't even bother brushing my hair. I don't have a lock. And no sign either, but it's okay. Andrew, Did they hit you again? Oh, that's his first name, Andrew. He went from Andrew to Sky. I love that. Like, the door is okay. Like, it's not the best door. It makes weird sounds, but it's okay, I guess. It's something. Call me Sky. But you gave yourself a name. Mom and Dad said. Don't bring them into this. What have they ever done for us except use us as punching bags? They don't get to decide my name. I don't blame him. If I was named Andrew, I think I'd change my name to Sky too if I had a choice. Like, heck yeah, Sky. I swept floors for 6 years at TIT and eavesdropped on every course so that I wouldn't turn out like those 2 piles of garbage. Dang, he worked as a janitor. Just so he could try to get some knowledge. Like, I respect that. I respect you, Mr. Sky. But... And you. Don't you have anything better to do than put nagging notes on my bag? It's not like I don't know how to eat. Those people are here again. Freaking hell. They just won't quit, will they? Stay behind me. You think you're all high and mighty wearing that white coat, eh? Sheesh. Somebody just blew up a firework outside my window, pretty much. That was loud. Oh well. My neighbors. You think you're all high and mighty wearing that white coat, eh? You and that little bitch there will always be slum dregs no matter what you wear. What is with the people here? Like, Sky, what's with your family, huh? Ha. You must be in a ditch. You wouldn't know greatness if I shat on your face. Oh, okay. That's a line, alright? Say that again, I dare you. Andrew. You go, Sky. I'm rooting for you. What's that? Oh, is this when Kristen launched? Is this a flashback? Catastrophe, run! Catastrophe my ass. It's called exploration, progress. The young man, all bruised up, looks up at the sky. He forgets that he is in a dark and dirty alley, with a scared little girl behind him. He cannot help but go after that ray of light in the sky. The launch must have looked extra beautiful for him. Especially after all that, sheesh! Randomly getting jumped in the alley. Aren't you worried about control? About the control? Like she ever needs us to worry. We're going the same way and that's all we are. We can only play our own parts, and then pray she's lucky. In sarcasm, if one day Castle 2 hangs from the firmament, then I'll engrave your name into my stoves. Excuse me, ma'am. Can you tell me about the one who went into the sky? Who was that? Kristen. Her name was Kristen Wright. Nice. Lucky Sissy Beast Food and Beverage will cancel their registration tomorrow, Director. They didn't pass the recheck? Not even close. They were one of the first corporations that made the transformation to get into Propeller Paradise, riding on Sky Fever, when review criteria was less strict. What will happen to the testers they hired? Their boss can't tell a motor from a transformer. I bet he just saw the name Propeller Paradise as an opportunity to get rich quick. What were you asking? Nothing. You seem to like the name. I wish they would just call it Galeria Stellaria. I know you didn't approve of publicizing the Ring Lab's technological legacy. I have no intention of criticizing the acting control's decision, but overly conservative decision-making will only cause us to lose the respect we deserve. Countless tech firms have appeared out of nowhere, based on nothing but speckles of data. The Ring Lab that's shown upon millions of Colombians is now educational toys, accessible to anyone above the age of 5. Space and universe are the buzzwords on every Colombian's lips, but few remember that they have came from Kristen's experiment logs that were made public. No one is truly commemorating her, not even you, Director Lunare. Recording and retrospection are historians' work. Our job is to analyze validated data and follow a path that is effective and proven. And what has come of this data and path? Over the past couple of years, Ryan has acquired a dozen smaller labs, making progress in projects large and small, with notable exception of Kristen's legacy. At this exhibition, we will publish Ryan's subsequent research into the Galleria Stellaria for the first time, putting second-rate tech firms in their place, returning to the realm of aero exploration and the public eye. I know the Vivarium was built on the data transmitted down from the Ring Lab, and that the development of a plant-based energy transmission system represents a monumental milestone in engineering design. Nurturing sprouts, paving botanical units, technical inspections, all these are for the sake of progressing our experiments. But this is a vivarium. Really enough. When did it not even get its day in the sun from the pre-expo?
Like, he wants respect, but I feel like it's because he really loves Ryan because of Kristen. So he's like, I want them to know her glory. Respect her more. Like, stop making this into just commercialized stuff. All for you, Kristen. Like, please. Show your proper respects to Kristen. Like, I don't think he personally wants the respect.
Please, tell me, Director Lunare, Ryan has bigger goals, don't we? Like how no one knew that Kristen was going to pierce the sky before the night she did it? That night over Tri-Mounts was a long time ago. Get to inspecting the next company. Take note of the change in order. Yes, ma'am. Sky. I know how you feel, and I know that Kristen was the one who inspired you to join us. Many people looked up at the sky that night. Not everyone chose to chase it. Don't forget what made you take the first step. I'll prepare the inspection documents.
Here's your pass, agreement form, and business directory. Once again, I welcome you and your team on behalf of Propeller Paradise. Next, can I help you?
I'm canceling my business registration.
What is the name of the business?
Lucky Sissy Bee's Food and Beverage.
You'll be dismissing 82 testers, correct?
Yes, I have their files and my own here.
Thank you. One moment, please.
Did the Shadow Moon fall on my head or something? Why was I so sure I'll make my money back? That I hired 82 amateurs with no corporate experience. Every company does the same thing. Why does it have to be Lucky Sissy Bees that gets the axe? A million gold certificates down the drain just because we were a little bit slow dealing with problems? You gotta be freaking kidding me. How the crap did one boot Shadow Moon Real Estate solve that stupid 3D levitating boundary marker? Techno issue. That bunch of cobblers.
Your request has been proposed. Your request has been processed, Mr. Aspen. The Propeller Paradise hotline will remain available until the end of the day.
Okay.
However, if you have certain special needs, like one boot Shadow Moon Real Estate did, we can help you with that.
What do you mean?
The smiling staff member takes out the business directory that virtually everyone in Propeller Paradise has a copy of, and points to a phone number. No name, no address, it's an unremarkable phone number hidden among thousands, as tiny as Aspen's hope.
One phone call to this number is going to solve all my problems? Lucky Sissy Beast won't have to leave Propeller Paradise?
Correct.
Then I want to withdraw the terminations and cancellation of registration.
No need to worry. The registration of Lucky Sissy Bees has not been cancelled. However, you do not need to withdraw the termination of your testers. The phone call will completely solve your problems, and you won't need those people anymore. This sounds sus.
A miracle? Or scam?
Sounds like a scam to me.
Screw it, anything to stay up here.
Dude, you're making a deal with the devil. That sounds way too good to be true. Mr. Tannen.
Let me guess, Nasty was skeptical, but she accepted the list and agreed to the proposal.
Yes, I checked the engineering department's inspection schedule for today, and it's exactly in the order that you proposed. But how did you know?
I didn't know what she was going to choose. All I know was that I'm at the apex of my life right now, and everything is going my way.
You're in good spirits. Sky has a lot of potential. You feel like you can see some of Elena in terms of the drive to thrive at Rhine. Oh heck yeah, he definitely has a drive. Like even Saria thinks he has some potential, he just needs experience. But he's trying his best.
It's gonna take more than a Rhine director to move the needle. Open the letter on the table.
From Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Arts Units, and Originium to Mr. Gordon Tannen, congratulations on your appointment as Chief Executive of Propeller Paradise. 2 pages? I've never seen a congratulation letter this long.
The reassignment letter that I got 6 months ago on the border has 2 lines. Everyone thinks that ATAO is a sweet gig, but I didn't get to embezzle shit from the savages in Sami, the tribals, and the Sargodian rainforest. The old fox hated me, and the rest of the ATAO turned their noses up at me. Now, he's retired, and I'm promoted. Things sure can change in a hurry, don't they? It's still light out, but a happy occasion like this calls for a
toast. Your champagne, sir.
Well done, Mary. You've made some progress in your time with me, whether we're talking about Nasty or this glass. Pour one for yourself.
Thank you, sir. However, the rules are quite clear about not drinking on the job.
Beat shit. Beast shit. I pulled that manual out of my ass.
In that case, would you like to say a few words?
Yeah. The exhibition 6 days from now is just a start. My opening address will be the toast of all of Columbia. Every rocket will have my face on it, and the largest district in the Shadow Moon will be named after me. Rhine, ATAO, the district. No one's ever gonna tell Gordon Tannen what to do. This will be my propeller paradise forever and ever. Bottoms up.
He's ambitious, alright.
Who are you? Here for the party? Hello. Are you the chief executive of Propeller Paradise? Oakley, new appointed guide for Propeller Paradise. I'm supposed to report to a Mr. Gordon Tannen.
Gordon Tannen spits the champagne out of his mouth. Wow. Yep, he's Mr. Crab. Sky sickness, a bottle of soda, an advertising pamphlet, and the heart that yearns for wings. Okay, let's see how this goes. What will I have to learn about sky sickness? Balloon.
We're now Propeller Paradise's levitation layer. Note the various shapes and sizes of levitatable zones. Those are the main focus of experiments here. Both ground operators and high ground operators can stand in levitatable zones and block aerial targets, but these zones have very limited weight capacity. Balloons are the levitatable zone's main source of buoyancy. Note how many balloons are hooked up to a levitatable zone. That's how many operators it can carry.
Interesting. Okay, so 1 and 3. That's how it works. I'm in the sky. I'm all the way up high. I see a target coming this way. I'm gonna block it.
Cardigan, watch out. You're on a levitatable zone with only 1 balloon mounted. Its load capacity is max of 1 person, and that's you.
Whoa, I'm not in the sky now. The balloon just got blown away. Bummer.
Due to safety concerns, each time a levitatable zone rises or sinks, operators are deployed aboard will immediately redeploy. Operators' HP and SP will carry over, though any skills that were active will be reset. Alright, that's a primer for me. Let's get on gear and see this levitation experiment through, everyone. Oof. If only they didn't forget to give volunteers barf bags. Urp.
Oh, it's that bad. Well, that sounds terrible. Oh no. Let's be a bit funny.
手に汗握るテストがついに始まりますね。
You can kind of reach them from there. Should be fine.
Mission accomplished.
Yay!
喜ばしい成果です。
I'm not worried about that.
データをまとめたら少し自由な時間ができそうです。では、この後に予定は入ってや
Also, let me see what these are. Dr. Oxygen, an innovative beverage inspired by high-altitude air supply devices, now the lifeblood of Colombians. No one refused to fork over a high price to taste a new air beyond the Star Pod. It's just cheap sugar water based on forte energy drinks. Flavoring? Who cares? Nowadays, you only hear such boring truths from bitter and bankrupt companies that didn't think of bottling their beverages in rocket-shaped containers. Wow. So it just tastes basic, very, very basic. It's just a container. I see how it is. Undocumented passenger, accidents are accessible to Propeller Paradise, so long as they bring scientific progress, so long as they came from Colombia. Let's see how this goes. Shit, bro, take my name if you want, but you didn't have to steal my entire past.
How dare you slander me? I wrote the entire application myself.
Can you recite it from memory?
How am I supposed to pull something I wrote a year ago from memory?
Oakley, born in Bunker Hill, graduate of Trymont's College of Arts and Science, previously worked as a guide in the Human Development and Technological Innovation Department of the District Convention Center. Innovation is misspelled.
Damn you, if I didn't lose my terminal and CV.
What? What is this? Gordon's head has never hurt so badly. The holes in the onboarding process are obvious upon further inspection, but the real question is, why would she impersonate a guide? Is she a Lithuanian spy, a DoD agent, or a pair of eyes that DC is keeping on him? The imposters already made contact with many corporations at the preview exhibition. Dealing with her now means broadcasting his negligence to the whole country. Besides, Gordon has no idea how much she knows and whether she has ill intentions towards him in Colombia. Gordon does not dare to think about it any further. Your gaze wanders when you speak, your voice is trembling, and you talk without rhyme or reason. I doubt Mr. Tanner would want such an Oakley to handle promotion work.
Don't bring Mr. Tanner into this, I tell you. Shut up!
Perhaps you need a little time to calm down, Mr. Oakley. Come with me to the reception room to rest for a while. Yeah, just as you were saying, nothing can stop him, huh? There was an imposter. Girl. Mr. Tannen,
Listen up. I pulled your activity reports in the park here. It won't be hard to figure out just who you are. One more line, I'm throwing you off this plate. It won't matter who you are when you're a puddle on the ground 600 meters down. You get me? No talk. Who are you?
A guide.
You got balls, I'll give you that.
The kind of guide the tourists need. My name is Fern. I'm a tour guide. My apologies, Mr. Oakley. Mr. Tanner will make sure that this matter is dealt with promptly.
Do you believe me now?
Of course. You can reach me through this terminal if you need anything. Now get some rest. I'll be going.
Alright.
Done. Read the room and avert potential risks for your boss. Another rule for secretaries. She's so dedicated.
You said Oakley got himself drunk a month ago after a breakup, and he gave you his resume instead of his contact info, which gave you a chance to sneak into Propeller Paradise under his identity.
Bruh. Oakley, how did you fail so badly? Dude. That's right.
Your client was an old banshee who somehow got lost in the bleached wasteland. Her memory was hazy and it was difficult to communicate with her.
Oh, from the beginning. Yes.
You suspected that she was ill, and you were asking around under the guise of a guide to make her journey a smooth one, which is why you looked like you were up to something.
Exactly.
You spent a whole month here. You know this is no ordinary place. If you're a foreign spy, the military take you in for questioning, torture, and you'll never again see the light of day. If you're an agent from the Department of Defense, DC won't let you off the hook. They'll disavow, distort, and even dispose of you, all for the sake of tipping the scales to your side. If you're a district plant, then you've learned too much, and ATO taught me plenty of ways to help you forget. But you're just a tour guide who cares for a client. You're a good person. And Columbia will do good by a good person.
You aren't going to press charges?
Believe me, I'd love to, but too many corporations have noticed your performance at the pre-expo. You'll deal with your problems and get lost before they find out who you are. The longer you stay, the more I have to compensate the poor guy whose name you stole. If all you want to do is clear the mind of your banshee client, I can help.
You know about banshees?
I know how to solve your problem.
He's like, I know Banshee. You should go meet up with Nasty.
Floating botanical unit connected.
Bioelectrical signals detected. Charging drive unit. Phew, that's the smoothest these experiments have gone, isn't it?
No, this voice. The short circuit protection is kicked in.
In Sarkis.
Unravel. Unravel.
Humph. Watch it be Nasty's mom or grandma. You shouldn't touch an overloaded converter with your bare hands, Director.
Works better than an incantation. How are the readings?
By exhibition standards, the technology for high-altitude energy transmission through plants is sufficiently mature. By the standards of your expectations for the project, however...
Not good enough. The energy transmission threshold for the floating botanical unit falls short of theoretical values.
The prickly Forte kid would chill out a bit if he said as much to him.
Sky's inexperienced, but he was right about one thing. This vivarium is Kristen's legacy, and we owe it to her to do our best.
You're always stubborn, going back to when we dug out the SHAFT together 5 years ago. You pulled all-nighters to ensure its structural integrity, enchanting the core materials with incantations. Nothing could get you to take a break, not even your favorite gummy worms. I wonder what gummy worm she likes.
If you want to go fin catching, do it at Lake Sulligan. Assuming I approve your leave request, of course. Besides, I worked so many hours just because I was inefficient. I learned to write curses too late. My incantations suffer in strength and precision compared to my kindred, because they rely on sound as a sole medium.
Is that why you modified your bone pen and use hole punch paper tapes to supplement your casting?
Yes, I took a lot of wrong turns.
Nasi takes out her bone pen, a plain, unornamented object resembling Ryan's technological creations. Oh, she must have left really early in that case. So she didn't learn the proper incantations. She inserts it into the sapling in the vivarium, and a white glow rises in the roots, through the branches and to every leaf. It is as though a command has been entered into the whole vivarium. Terminals begin to execute programs, automatically recording plant energy conversion data. Such an efficient programming language. Incantations.
Then, we should make more efficient decisions at this bottleneck, despite the risks.
Do you mean?
Review the report again. Thank you for your work.
Yes, ma'am.
Hello? This is the Rhine Vivarium Lab.
Hello, Director Lunaray. Mr. Tannen asked me to express his gratitude at your reasonable accommodation that led to successful cooperation the last time. There are some follow-up matters to be discussed. Do you have time this afternoon?
Yes.
Excellent. I will see you in the vivarium in an hour. Ride the ropeway to Flying Donut Station, then take the ring corridor. I'm in the right place, aren't I? It's dark in here. Where's the light?
Oops, it was him. Good heavens, where am I?
Dude, this place looks sus. Look at the hand in the background. The hand on the wall. And all the sharp-looking objects. Ooh, it's a fish. I like it.
Intruder alert, intruder alert. Activating bioscan, analyzing results. Species, Tyran. Sex, male. Threat level, pending. A talking fin beast? Mind your words, foolish Tyran. I'm Space Fin 054. Say your universe ID number immediately. Universe ID? Your corporate name, nitwit? Oh, Lucky Sissy Beast Food and Beverage. Ah, so you're the partner that Sky Conqueror was expecting.
Sky Conqueror!
How unfortunate that I won't get the chance to test my laser cannons. Don't touch anything. The supervisor will be here momentarily. Supervisor?
Oh! Hey, Mr. Tannen.
5-4. Make sure you speak like an extraterrestrial entity next time you do the client explanation thing. Aye, aye, sir. Mr. Tannen? Shh, don't huff and puff. The polite thing to do when you stand in this collection of unique curiosities, the likes of which you would not find anywhere else in Terra, is to admire with your eyes. Look at the wall to your right. 5 years ago, I confiscated the possessions of a pioneer trying to illegally cross the border, and found an unusual water circulation and filtration system in his trailer. He helped me find the core component in exchange for looking the other way. When the unit was assembled, I identified it as a locus of sorcery, a Sorcast witchcraft weapon. My goodness, it must be dangerous. Turn around and look behind you. This is a Trident Arts unit from Nathanian, created by the Witch King, courteous, who wanted to amplify arts output so that they could rip apart the fabric of reality and summon their master.
What kind of collection is this, dude?
Kinda crazy, sure, but its conversion efficiency is 50 times the max allowed by Propeller Paradise regulations. Even an onion could fly with it. Wait, so you solved one boot's technical issues with contraband? Contraband? ATAO made up the stupid rule about only using parts made in Colombia. I don't know and I don't care about the reason behind the decisions. All I know is that these rules are un-Colombian. They restrict scientists and force entrepreneurs to lie. It was a single humble ATO officer who imported inventions from across Terra into Propeller Paradise, forming the heart and soul of 1/3 of all levitating facilities here. 1/3. You've run hundreds of smuggling operations without getting exposed? Every transaction, every deal has gone without a hitch under my management. Not even my secretary Mary knows my secrets. I need time to think about this, Mr. Tannen. Lucky Sister Beast has 1 day left, and I've got other things on my plate. I'll give you 5 seconds. Lucky Sissy Beast gets a mongrel heart, or you let it die to your stubborn pride. Choose.
Well... I want to know more about his collection. I want to know about the hat on the wall. And that's the part I'm most interested in. It is slowly coming forward. Let me just get this ready. 3, 4. This will be fine. You know, let's have her face this way. Why not? Oh gosh, it's zoomies. This is fine. So I can fit 4 on here. A good thing Wizendos. Shards don't count, or else that'd be bad, or the shadows don't count.
Like, that has potential to be bad, but no, it's fine. No, don't you dare break my balloons. How freaking dare you? Get. Okay, come on, come out. Go get him. Not too bad so far for the stages. Okay, this is fine. I'm sorry, Silver Ash, you're just here to suffer. But no, he can tank this, he's good. Okay, no fear. Just a bit more. Should've been using that earlier, but oops, too bad. 2 more. Go get him. Mission accomplished. Yay. Is this Director Lunare, Ryan Lab's youngest director ever, Dr. Wright's former right-hand woman and supervisor of the Vivarium and Propeller Paradise's engineering department? Is this the follow-up matter that you were talking about, Mercia? Well, yes, a guide can improve communication within the engineering department and promotional efforts for Rhine Vivarium, avoiding another frosty reception for Rhine, like what happened at the preview. I hear that botanical units floating above Propeller Paradise get their lift from incantations rather than propellers? Not entirely. Incantations that do not use a sound as a medium need to be combined with machinery to maintain operation. You know what? You can have it in exchange for do not disturb my progress. Like, Mr. Gordon just wants everything. He's greedy as heck. He wants his name everywhere. He's the one who wants everyone to notice him, and him alone in particular. Your bone pen must be extremely important to you. Would losing it have negative consequences, such as loss of memory or illness? The bone pen is just a tool. It does not have physiological effects. How do you relieve stress and recover your energy outside of work? Does a full course horn treatment help you relax? Which brand of horn care product do you recommend? May I touch your horn to see how well it works? Girl! So forward! Can I touch your horn, please? You're asking questions that have nothing to do with our work. I'll have a researcher take you through the vivarium to answer any questions you may have. But there's some things that I need to speak with Mercia here about, alone. What is Gordon planning this time? Why do you ask? Mr. Tannen understands that Ryan's current circumstances may give competitors certain ideas, and he does not wish to see it impact the inspection efforts. He has the best of intentions. I thought he already traded his conscience for that fancy suit. Besides, I have a hard time believing that an official guide would ask such irrelevant questions, unless she had ulterior motives to begin with. I'm not making any accusations. I know you have to protect your boss, but you know you can tell me the truth. I agree it's unusual, but I don't think Mr. Tannen is targeting you. Explain. We've only just recently come into accord. There's no reason for us to put on pressure on you a second time in such a short period of time. Mr. Tannen is a careful man. He would have told me about it if he had other intentions, if only to avoid accidents, unless he's keeping some kind of secret. He disappeared from the office at a certain times during the day, every day. At first, I thought he was going out to talk to potential investors. But I spoke to an investor a few days ago who complimented Mr. Tannen on getting a contract signed in a single sitting. Yet he said his negotiations with this particular investor were rocky and needed more time. Why are you looking at me like that? You just violated the first rule of secretaries. Oh! Besides, you're not as tense as you used to be when going over the clues.
Is that so? According to the rules, I should close my ears and mouth and think only about the interests of my boss, but now, I'm not sure what he's thinking.
Were you two talking about me?
Hey, Mr. Tannen.
I'm glad to see you two. The two of you getting along so well. Mary's a shy girl, and I thought she would have trouble making friends outside of work.
Mr. Tannen,
Is this part of your rules too? Haha, you're a hell of a joker, you know that. I hope you're not here for the comedy. I'm here to apologize. I know how exhausting it must be inspecting thousands of exhibits while preparing your own at the same time. I just wanted to do my part to help. You sent a very professional guide. It's only natural to be nervous when meeting your hero. I never knew I had a fan like that. She must be shy, or maybe you were trying to avoid suspicion. What do you mean?
hello?
Bring the guide, Mary. I have a few questions about Director Lunare that I would like to ask her.
She's gone, sir.
Say what?
Oh no, what is she doing?
Director Lunare, nutrition supply to all planters has been cut, but there's no error from the control program and no sign of hardware damage to the central control computer. It's almost as if the command to control them has been revoked. Yes, the converters that were supposed to supply energy to the planters are now running in reverse. The plants will die in minutes if the commands aren't repaired quickly. No, they've already begun to wilt.
But why?
That is so fast!
First the leaves, then the branches, then the trunks. The greenery that covered the lab walls is peeled off in a matter of seconds. Everyone stops to watch the disaster unfolding before their very eyes. They all know what the shriveled, bony branches signify. It is not just the trees in desperate straits.
What are you standing here for? Hurry up and move the saplings for the exhibition. Those are our last ones. Everybody freeze! What? Propeller Paradise Police will take control of the vivarium effective immediately and begin investigation into this incident. No one may approach the equipment until evidence collection is complete. Security! Yes, sir. Put the vivarium on lockdown. Yes, sir. I'm sorry you lost your experiments, Director Lunare, but I have to ensure the safety of Propeller Paradise.
Dude, did you cause this? Or is this all just a big coincidence? Cause that is very convenient.
Your researchers have to leave the lab until the investigation is complete. I'll get someone else to handle the inspections. When did those guards show up outside the door? Before the alarm sounded, or after? I don't know what you're talking about. The researchers can leave, I won't. Your timing was a little too perfect, Gordon.
Yeah, just a little too perfect. Thank goodness, no one's on my tail. Sorry, Mr. Tannen, I'll have to go back on my promise to meet you at the vivarium. I think I found what I need to help the Banshee. Fern opens up her hand. A white object is lying in her palm. 10 minutes ago, she was walking through the vivarium while thinking about what can help restore an aging Banshee's mind. It must be something that is very important to a Banshee, something that would awaken her instincts. The small object inserted into the tree caught Fern's eye, as though ordained by fate. The white surface is covered in esoteric symbols, patterns floating around it like a glowing cardiograph. Its allure irresistible. Ah, she caused it. Accidentally. Fern has seen similar symbols and patterns before. It's a Banshee's bone pen. Fern. You don't go taking that. No, you just like... Girl. The entire vivarium is just poof now. Sorry, Director Lunare, but I'll have to borrow this for a while. I'll return it as soon as my client is recovered. Another thing too, like, was no one watching over the bone pen? Like, how easy was it to nab? You'd imagine there'd be a little bit of security around, or at least some researchers just like doing things there. Hello, sorry to keep you cooped up in this room all day. I think I found a way to restore your memories. Ma'am? There's no one in the room, only the crease sheets show any indication that someone needs to be here. Wind blows into the room through the open window. A black feather that fell from the horn quivers on the windowsill. She's gone. Ma'am, where are you wandering to?
このまま戦い続けて暴走のオリジニウムを全部爆破し尽くしたら家に帰ってぐっすり寝てやるんだから。
Stall protection. Do the newest flyers not respond to controls? Crash it a few times, and the manufacturer will either deal with your problem or be dealt with by the problem. That sounds ominous. My gosh darn it though. Fern, fern, fern. What's what Viola looks like?
Thank you for the hospitality.
Gargoyle?
The pleasure is all mine. It's such a joy to see a banshee these days. Why is that? Makes it easy for me to ask for an elegy when me or my family reach the end of the road. Not much has changed with Casto, but few banshees come anymore. Our departed kin won't find the myriad souls without your guidance. I'm sorry. I'll do my best. I'm just kidding, you came to treat that roosting tree of yours, right? Is this the branch? Incantation analysis failed to discover the reasons behind its decay. It is the pillar of the entire Banshee race. A friend recommended you as a child of soil and stone, familiar with plants. Please.
I can see why she wanted to meet up with Nasty, because Nasty's dealing with plants. It's like, I need help from my tree.
Let me see what I can do. I'll get some dirt. Can you get a pot from the backyard? If you see any foul beasts stealing vegetables, just chase them away. Disperse.
The foul bees disperse, but the decrepit vegetable garden is not quite yet. A vegetable sprout vibrates violently in front of Viola. Then a black branch-like horn emerges from the dust-covered leaves.
Foul beasts stealing vegetables, eh?
Get lost, I rip your head off.
You shouldn't yell like that. It's bad for your voice. No need to be afraid. I would not hurt a child.
Oh, is it Nasty? Is this young Nasty? The young banshee peeks out from behind the leaves, hiding a half-eaten piece of vegetable leaf behind her back. Don't you dare take my food.
If it's your food...
What's that in your hand? Before Viola can react, the young banshee has snatched the roosting tree branch from her hand and begins trying to eat it. Yummy. Fiber. This stupid branch has been lying in the mud. It stinks.
Are you hungry? Let me see. I made some pastries from the dew caps that grow along the shore of Mist Lake. It's the right season for them.
Save it to scrounge food off the dead and get away from me. Menacing howl. You're not scared? Even those big mercs are scared of that sound.
That is the sound of the banshees of our clan. I have not heard this note in the Song of the Banshees for a long time. Years ago, the last one who sang it. You are that child.
You know who taught me the sound? But I've never met you before.
We don't come to Casto much these days. Our home is in a distant valley, a place where trees grow, with fruit hanging from the branches.
It's hard to find food, you gotta be ready for a beating. But let's say the place you're talking about really exists, where fruit just grows on the trees like that. What's the catch?
Clever girl. Maybe you should come with me. You belong there, you'll like it. Even if you don't believe it exists.
Why should I?
Your name is Nasty, isn't it? Is that the presence of a banshee I sense? And what's that? Wither? Decay? No, Nasty, are you trying to repeat the mistakes of the past?
The things are withering, decaying because Fern took the bone pen.
Most of the Rhine staff have evacuated the Vivarium, sir. Only Nasty and a few researchers are staying behind to organize documents. They don't look happy. Are you happy? The plan wasn't to ruin the whole Vivarium. You said the tour guide knew too much about the Banshees. This was a chance to expose her and drag Nasty into it. Kill two foul beasts with one stone. It was a rough plan to begin with. Isn't the Vivarium accident a convenient excuse to stop Ryan's inspections? Convenient? And where do you think we'll find that freaking guide? I know Nasty. She would never let something like this happen to the Vivarium, just accidentally. Besides, there's no way she would risk Ryan's exhibit, with the exhibition right around the corner. The guide. She was gone before the alarm sounded. She must have done something. It's not enough to just evacuate the researchers. There's a good chance that Nasty's already onto my plan and is just waiting for evidence. Evidence that I can't afford to give her. Tell your men to find Fern by sundown. Yes, sir.
Deep breaths, Fern. Maybe she just went off on her own. No, she doesn't even remember why she came to Propeller's Paradise. Where in terror could she go? But if that's not what she did...
Then someone must have taken her.
Who's there?
Miss.
What are you doing here? Visit Sami instead. Like, sure, Sami is an interesting place, but this is an expo. I want to see the inside of the expo.
What are you standing there for? Hurry up and move the saplings for the exhibition. Those are our last ones.
All dead in 5 minutes? Mercy reaches out to touch the withered tree in the middle of the vivarium. She sees a small hole at eye level. A natural cavity. No, a connector? The withered plants, the tree hole, no equipment malfunction. Tell me, what was that branch attached to and where did it go? It was Fern. Dang, Mercia, you figured it out so quickly. You took that bone pen from the tree in the vivarium, didn't you? It's plain, simple, and remarkable. You couldn't have known that it was the key that controls the entire vivarium. It wasn't your intention to sabotage it. Is Mr. Tannen waiting outside with his men? I came alone, miss. I don't think the responsibility for what happened to the vivarium should fall on your shoulders. What do you mean? There's some things I still have to look into, but I suspected that Mr. Tannen has been plotting against Ryan ever since he agreed to help the mysterious Banshee, guess for no apparent reason. Either that, or his own private interests are involved. You suspect your own boss? But he said Columbia would do good by a good person. He also said that there's nobody easier to deal with than a good person. Then my client. There's a row of VIP rooms outside Mr. Tannen's office. You could try looking there. I hope your client just went out for a walk. I truly do. I wonder what Miss Secretary's up to.
Gordon must be behind this. Altering the list of inspections and sabotaging the whole vivarium and putting the Rhine exhibit on lockdown. What are you gonna do next? Chase us out of Propeller Paradise?
There's no problem with our systems or hardware.
He sent someone to steal your bone pen.
It's not like him.
Why are you trying to use logic to explain the actions of a bandit? They don't operate under the same rules we do, except when they talk of officialese. None of the corporations of Propeller Paradise do. We're closer to the barrier than anyone else. We're different. Countless tech firms fall by the wayside, but the business registrar rarely gets any complaints. Why? Because there is a consensus. In the Sky Age, the higher you stand, the more respect you deserve. Gordon's interference with our experiments violates Propeller Paradise's consensus. He should. You don't want to be bound by the rules, but you still want to exploit them. You're proving that Ryan is not yet ready to reach those heights. What? Stop working and listen up, everybody. This is about today's incident and how we proceed from here. Cultivation and I confirmed that the 72 trees waiting to be replanted, 350 saplings, and more than 1,000 ungerminated seeds are all dead.
Sheesh! So many!
The Propeller Paradise police are now in charge of investigating the incident. We don't know how long that will take. But there is no realistic chance that the vivarium can be restored before the exhibition. Senior researchers have to stay behind and work on the incident report with me. The rest of you can enjoy a little time off. Any questions? Director Lunaray, you said the vivarium was our most important project. The accumulation of data sent back by the Ring Lab. Does this mean that we failed to protect the last legacy of Galeria Stellaria? Dismissed.
That must hurt even more for Sky. VIP rooms outside the office area. Here we are. Mercy had suspicions, but no proof that Mr. Tannen really... Never mind, the most important thing is to find the client.
Try to run again, I start breaking bones.
There's someone inside?
For anyone's sake, quit crying and keep quiet until the end of the exhibition. Oh, my head hurts. Let's get a smoke.
What happened in there?
Please, sir, let me go. I won't say anything about Mr. Tannen.
Oakley? What are you doing here? Open your eyes.
The imposter.
I've got a name, it's Fern. Mr. Tannen said that he was gonna treat you well and pay you compensation. What's going on?
Treat me well? He freaking locked me up. And none of this would have happened if you didn't impersonate me.
Hey, you're the one who begged me to take your number and messaged me that night. Tears of snot all over your face. What did you say back then? You're a lonely soul looking for love. Fern, what the heck? Don't even bring that up, this poor dude. Like, first you take his identity, and now you're bringing up his tragic breakup. And now he's getting beaten up. I feel bad for Oakley.
Alright, stop. Me and my rotten luck. It's a huge deal letting unauthorized personnel sneak into a high-security experiment zone. That's why they wanted to shut me up. But how did you get out? I heard the guard say that Mr. Tannen was going to deal with the troublemaking imposter.
I see.
Are we dead? I just wanted to see what life would be like in the future, but now it looks like I ain't got no future no more.
You want to join my tour, Real Oakley?
What?
I got it unnoticed, and I can get you out safely.
You can? Man alive, I went out for a smoke though, and a whole person just grew out from the floor. What? You can get in, but you won't get out.
Not gonna let us go in peace, huh? Byrne, what's your plan?
You mean when you say you can get me out? I'll join your tour or whatever it is. Just get me out of here.
Good. You won't regret it. Let me tell you about how I brave the dangers of the bleached wasteland.
Just deal with this guy. Damn, my hands are still tied.
Don't worry, a good tour guide never makes your customers do your job. Welcome to Fern's Tours. Please be aware that you may encounter loud noises during this tour. Cover your ears or keep your distance from me. Now, let's get moving.
Arg!
Run!
Freaking hell, after them. Don't let them get away.
What other things or what other chaos is Fern gonna cause? Either accidentally or on purpose.
派手にやる必要はね
Like, oh my goodness, Fern.
イカれた連中が目の濁った奴らを先導してるみたいだね
Okay, let's see how I wanna do this. I'm gonna bring out Wizardo first thing if I can.
知らずなわけだ
リンゴちゃん今日もよろしくね
Yep, seems good.
お星様にあんたたちの悲鳴を聞かせてやるわ
Kinda sort of.
悪い知らせが大声出してみなさ
Yay,
いよ
woohoo!
お友達が待ってるわよ
And then, you know, here seems fine.
武器なら目の前にあるでしょ
18, 19, 20.
待ってるの
I should bring out a healer. You know, being out a healer would be smart.
アーツユニット
Be healthy.
もうじき終焉だけど君たちはまだ何か待ってるのかな
This is fine. Yeah, completely fine.
全員の行動
And with Thorns there, nothing that'll happen.
それでいい
リンゴちゃん今日もよろ
Which
しくね
means I can drink some vitamin water. Today's flavor is tropical citrus energy.
みんな安心して戦って私
Might as well hydrate, because hydrate or dehydrate after all. No! You're dying! No, I did not expect that. Oops. Oh, that was 1000% my bad.
放置して決まったか
British?
ランチは我が恩
British chaos.
元老物に過ぎぬのか
It's good to have her on your side, otherwise... Ugh. She's dedicated to her client at least, like very, very dedicated. But she is just bulldozing through everything. Oh shoot, one got through. Oh, it's my bad. Oops. Oh well, I'll redo that later.
Survival of the fittest, culling of the unfit. Since when has Ryan become one of the unfit? Oh, Mr. Jagger, what are you doing here? That's my line. What are you doing here when you should have already cancelled Lucky Sissy Beast's registration? I'm not doing anything illegal. We solved the technical issues before we filed the cancellation. What a stroke of luck. You solved it. Why didn't anyone contact engineering? Maybe word didn't have time to get around because of how sudden it was. Anyway, Mr. Tannen announced that all technical inspections by Ryan Lab are suspended. I don't need to report to you anymore. How could they have solved it all of a sudden when 3 days didn't do it? The Lucky Sissy Beast's luck.
Ah, yes, in the name after all. Ha ha ha.
Quick, take the readings before their people come back. Oh, the data's good, too good in fact. It's almost as if they were specifically calibrated to the boundaries. To the benchmarks. Wait, these aren't Propeller Paradise's standard issue screws, are they? They're completely soldered, won't budge. The whole core energy module is sealed shut.
Ooh.
But no power unit on Propeller Paradise sounds like this. No legal power unit anyway. Where did they get this weird non-compliant stuff from? I thought all procurement on Propeller Paradise goes through. Ah, I get it now. Silly me for thinking that survival of the fittest was really the rule on Propeller Paradise. Still helping that bastard put together a report for the accident at Rhine. Forget it. Director Luna Ray would just dismiss me for not having evidence. Who else can help?
I like how Sky is going full detective now. This is fun. I'm rooting for you, Sky.
My ride will be here in 5 minutes. I'll bring you a Propeller Paradise mascot plush if I find one.
I'm not a kid.
See you later then.
You've been playing catch with your branches in the corridor ever since you stepped out of Saria's office. You're stalling, I can tell.
There really ought to be a law about invading an individual's privacy with a water clone.
Not likely to happen unless there's another water elf in Colombia. The branches on Nasti's belt suddenly grow, pointing in the direction of the water elf, and twist open a tool attachment. As though rehearsed 1,000 times, Mulesis takes a step to the right, dodging the bionic branch robot's trick. I want to believe in Sky being super sharp. He has potential after all. You know I'm stuck in Shrag and can't come in person.
Maintaining a water clone at a long distance is a draining task. Are you so worried that I might flub up Kristen's legacy?
It's you that I'm worried about, not some derivative of Galarius Stellaria. It takes time for a seed to grow into a sapling, and all the more so when you hope it will become a towering tree. Relax, not even Ferdinand would complain about the results you're pulling.
That's because I blocked his email.
Ahem. You helped make Kristen's dreams come true by digging away under the Trimount suburbs. Now it's your turn. Have you ever thought about...
I'm not going back to the Convalis. The serene tranquility of the Convalis does not belong to a flawed banshee, nor can it inspire her.
But...
It's time to go.
Just a sec, here.
A potted plant?
Ecological dug it out of the desert. It's resistant to heat and cold, and just as stubborn as you are. Call it a goodbye Prezi. No need for vivariums, just remember to water it. It'll keep a watchful eye on you, maybe even help you. In return, take care of the vivarium and yourself, and... get me Repeller Paradise mascot plushie if they really exist. I want a plushie. Oh yeah, speaking of plushies, if they have that one, the new Thorns plushie at Anime Expo this year, I'm gonna get it. The one where Thorns is like a sea urchin. He looks adorable. I want him.
The withered branches on the first floor planters have been cleaned up. This potted plant is the only one from the exhibit that survived. I'll take it. What about the underground plants? Transmitted data are expected, but monitoring coverage is limited. We haven't had time to send someone to check on site. I'll go, thanks. Director Lunaray. Anyone from outside here? No, ma'am. We've continued to simulate experimental conditions here. Just in case.
In sarcasm, reveal.
No sign of entry. Was it really an accident? We've compiled the report of the dead plants. Do you want to review it now? Alright, let's go.
Nasi Lunaray, Director of Engineering, credentials confirmed. Welcome. Back here now.
Where the heck did those two go? Did something happen, sir? No need to be alarmed. We're just simulating missions on the Shadow Moon. Mr. Tana's orders. Columbia keeps our people safe wherever they are. Split up. Keep a low profile. Roger. So it was a drill. It's just like a Rankwood blockbuster. What was it called? Battlefield Shadow Moon, I think?
See, those guards are Kashmirishan Space Knights. Don't give us away.
Skip the comedy imposter. Where do you go next?
Well, it seems like she feels inadequate. Yeah. It makes me wonder why she left, or she was taken away so early. Like, what happened? Not many places to hide on the Flying Donut Station, while the ring corridor in the back is perfect for an ambush. Or wait. Since it was mentioned that the one note that was heard was her note, I wonder if that means maybe Nasi is tone deaf? I'm assuming that all banshees can speak and sing probably eloquently.
Then what do we do? I signed your tour contract and you gotta get me out of here.
Settle down, real Oakley. You're in Propeller Paradise. Forget what you think you know about terra firma. That's a Volvo Koczynski jump board you're testing, right? Can you borrow it?
Sure. Huh? What's it sound? Look up. How the frick did they get on top of the floating pod?
Oh, I forgot. People look up on Propeller Paradise.
What do we do? Shoot them down. Oh, is that simulating the air cannon in the villain fires in the climactic scene? Wait, I think I smell originium powder. Fire!
Run! Well, this is chaos.
Trash, hold them! It took so much work just to put Ryan down, but now we have a rogue tour guide on the loose. I would have gone after that feeling myself if I didn't have business to do.
Would you like me to eliminate those ignorant Terrans, Sky Conqueror? Show them the true power from beyond Terra?
No need, 5-4. She's a tour guide, not a special agent. First, report on Gustav.
He and his retinue are floating around Cloud and the VIP area. They have passed through the ring corridor, but no one has found the hidden door yet.
Ha. When I first joined ATAO 7 years ago, Gustav would have noticed if I swiped a liquid originium lighter from a stowaway. I thought he didn't like me because he used to be a soldier, hated crooks, and wanted everything to be done the right way. Only later did I find out it was because I left too many loose ends. I learned everything from him, his way of doing things, his way of talking, even how I dress. As for the result,
This pod holds treasures from across Terra.
it's much bigger than ATAO's dirty lockers. Gustav on one side, Nasti on the other, so what? I'm not the clueless kid from 7 years ago. They'll never find out what I did unless I hand-deliver the evidence. Once the exhibition opens and thousands of exhibits fly into the sky, all the secrets and illicit transactions won't matter anymore. Everyone will know that it was Gordon Tannen who lit the fire under Propeller Paradise, not Ryan and not DC.
Warning, Terran approaching.
What's the sound?
Don't blow it up. Might be somebody below. Don't try to talk way out of... Oh. Is this because of... Oh no. Fern, what are you doing now? Fern is just a magnet for destruction. Like, holy cow. Assuming this is because she's running this way. Gordon Tannen looks up at the smoke and dust as he forces his teary eyes open, trying to see what's going on. Fern. Gosh darn it. A familiar figure descends amidst the rubble and dust, her legs flailing wildly. He just ordered her arrest several hours ago. They're only about 90 centimeters apart, both their brains working feverishly to process the situation. Time itself feels frozen as Gordon and Fern stand off against one another, scrambling to take in each other's expressions. They really blew it up. Where the hell am I anyway? This place isn't on my map. There was a hidden door in the ring corridor. And why am I staring at Tannen right now? Was this a trap? But why is there such a look of surprise and shock on his face? Are these exhibits on the walls? Wait a second. I've definitely seen these arts units at the street stalls when I got dragged into the black market by the Sarkaz. And that hat over there, isn't that standard issue for the Zaydan and Sargonian tombs? Shoot, is it too late to pretend I never saw any of this?
Oh no, please don't hit the high explosive originium grenade or this entire pod goes up in smoke. Damn it, it's been one thing after another since this fake guide came to Propeller Paradise.
She just has the worst luck. I feel like she's just wandering, like, as a normal tour guide, and then bam, she got dragged into the market somehow. Like, girl, how?
Is she Ryan's enemy or Nazi's spy? She ruined my plans once the vivarium, and now she's doing it again.
It's not even on purpose.
What is she looking at? The active originium storm guide beacon, or the Zaydan's witchcraft helmet. Shit, she recognizes these. What's she gonna do with the dirt on me? Is she gonna sell it to someone if Nazi or Gustav find out?
The delayed gravity pulls Fern sharply downward. Gordon has no time to save his collection. All he can do is watch as the feline approaches rapidly. The distance between them disappears, as do the complicated thoughts flashing through their minds. As they await the impending impact, there's only time for them to say a single word. Shit. Oops.
おい私は友人
Fern, what is with your luck?
を見渡す
She has the worst luck. Girl. Jetstream over clear skies, open your eyes, and fight your nausea. It's not the sky that's churning, it's just you. That does not sound good. Like, oh my, oh my. I said, you can't go in.
And I said, I'm with Rhine Lab. I know the access rules for Propeller Paradise facilities better than you do, and no special permission is required to visit Cloud. It's a restaurant.
You'd be correct under normal circumstances, but there's an important guest here right now.
Let him in. I think this young man's looking for me. I take it the debriefing at Rhine Vivarium incident is done. Nothing gets past you. I just happen to know a few people who are committed to Columbia's great project here, including Gordon Tannen. I guess you're not here to try to recoup Ryan's losses. There isn't enough time before the exhibition now, even with emergency funding.
Ooh. Like, I want to help you, so yeah, helping who? Me? Or the enemy?
Please take a look at this inspection report. A tech startup solved a technical flaw that was discovered during inspections and received permission to stay on Propeller Paradise. What's the problem? Lucky Sissy Beasts never passed the recheck. They have to leave Propeller Paradise today, according to the rules. But I just saw their owner and discovered that they solved the energy problem that had plagued them for months. On the eve of the exhibition, deadline, science, miracles, classic potato chip flavors, so to speak. No, look at this page. I focused on several components that are not involved in standard inspection and found that their output is more than 10 times the standard values. Well, to put it in simpler terms. You don't need to explain technical terms to me. I wrote the Manual of Columbian Originium component standards you're carrying. Do you mean to say that Lucky Sissy Beasts invented power components far exceeding national standards in the span of a few hours? Invented? They don't have the chops for that. I think someone transplanted a non-Columbian heart into that failure. You know the rules of Propeller Paradise. All Tehran eyes are on our progress in levitation technology, and all parts involved must be made in Columbia to ensure security. I'm not accusing the ATAO of negligence. No ordinary officer could have left a corporation dodge Ryan's regular and random inspections unless someone manipulated the engineering section's inspection order. Coincidentally, Director Lunaray came to an agreement with a certain official, Gordon Tannen. He would stop at nothing to tie Ryan's hands because we are the true original proponents of Propeller Paradise, and the engineering section is a pair of eyes that could uncover his secret at any time. So you're speculating that Gordon Tannen has been running a smuggling operation behind the scenes? That is a serious accusation, young man. And it's why I had to come to you, sir. Until Propeller Paradise gets DC, you're the only one in the position to deal with your diligent subordinate. I'm curious, does your supervisor know about this? Things wouldn't have come to this if Director Lunaray did anything. Good. What do you mean? You're a short, brave young man. Nasty wouldn't have let you stay behind to spend time with me if she knew.
Uh-oh. No, Sky!
Sir, I'm the only one in the position to deal with Gordon. An interesting way to put it. He used to butt heads with me, true, but that's the folly of youth, and true enough of you too. The first thing I ever taught him was that we'll always be of one mind when we stand for Columbia. Hey.
Aw man, Sky. I'm rooting for you, Sky. The young Ryan researcher can only watch as Gustav takes the report and turns to walk into the interior of the restaurant. He is shocked and angry. He wants to charge at Gustav, but the man makes a simple gesture, and the bodyguards twist the young scientist's arm, causing him to cry out in pain and frustration.
Hello? Heh, what a coincidence.
Skyjagger is taken outside by the bodyguards, not knowing whether he'll be thrown into one of the lower-level jail cells or locked away in some secret room. He hears Gustav pick up the phone. The man must be calling Gordon Tannen now. Ooh, I wonder how he's gonna react to Gordon's craziness right now. Skyjagger regrets not leaving a copy of evidence for Nasty. If he could just get back to the vivarium. Suddenly, the pain is gone. The bodyguards let go of him and push him into the elevator to take him away from Cloud. Ah, he's in a cell. Oh, he's in a cell.
Hey, you can hear me, right? I swear, I won't say a word about Mr. Tannen's smuggling operation. We really didn't mean to barge into his collection.
Take a break, Oakley. If you're gonna be like this, they're gonna start getting ideas that the best way to shut someone up is to kill them. Sniff. Oh, you're crying again? Don't worry about it. Giving prisoners a silent treatment is normal.
Sounds like you know your prisons.
Where do you think I got my silver tongue? Even if I ran into a bunch of Archosaurus who couldn't understand a word I was saying and had me surrounded with spears, I would still get my point across with nothing but winks and gestures. Dang, Fern.
You really think we can get out of this jail?
Have you ever been to Bleached Wasteland?
No. I hear the sandstorms there tear through the toughest metal sheet and rip flesh from the bone in an instant.
True, all the guys say it's off limits for a reason, and no travel agencies take tours there. But I didn't want to assume it was impossible just because of hearsay.
Don't tell me you actually went there, and you got out alive?
It's a gray desert. The scorching sun reflects off the sand. You can see dark purple cliffs in the distance beyond the dunes. And the cacti grow taller than either of us. It's a dangerous place, and you can't even tell what you're standing on when the winds rage, but the sands aren't nearly as sharp as knives.
Incredible.
My dad used to say that impossible is just an excuse for the lazy and cowardly. I learned from him and became a guide unlike the others, one who dares to brave the unknown.
You had a supportive father. I'm jealous.
I did. That's why you should pick yourself up, Oakley. I'll grant your wish, and my Banshee client's wish too. Our journey isn't over yet. Past tense, did.
Get up, both of you. What are you gonna do? Stay back. What's going on? Come with me and don't cause any trouble. Mr. Tannen wants to see you.
What did I say? This isn't the end.
Yes, I understand. I apologize for the trouble, sir. Screw that condescending old fox. We got a retirement age in Colombia for a goddamn reason. I'm not his coffee boy anymore, and I'll be damned if I'll let him yell in my face over getting this sugar wrong.
Mr. Tannen, 5-4 is going to burst if you feed it anymore. Foams at the mouth.
Humph, you take over the feeding. Not a single thing has worked out. We didn't get those meddling Rhine Lab eggheads out of Propeller Paradise. And now the old fox and Nazi's people know about my side hustle. And those two bastards showed up out of nowhere to ruin most of my arts unit collection. There's stuff that you can't even get anywhere else.
Arts unit hustle. So, you were smuggling all the time you were away on unexplained trips?
You think it's wrong to help tech firms find their footing in the sky?
No, it's not my place to judge, but why are you bringing those two intruders over? Are you planning to deal with them?
What's the angst? I got bigger plans for them than just settling a score. No one can take Propeller Paradise away from me without evidence. The rest of my collection needs to be cleared ASAP, before anyone else can intervene.
You want them to smuggle the contraband out for you? But everything that enters or leaves Propeller Paradise is subject to stringent checks, even if you give an expedited order. Besides,
the existing channels are out of service because of engineering's renovation work, and I can't wait that long. This is all Nasty's fault. For that energy system modification shit, floating botanical units, and Ryan's people are everywhere now. Wait, Ryan? Well, if they're gonna block off my routes, it's only fair that I borrow theirs.
You mean the engineering tunnel beneath the Rhine Vivarium used to transport heavy equipment and construction materials?
Exactly, with the Vivarium in lockdown, nothing offers better cover than Rhine turf. I know where the old fox is, but nasty.
I'll take care of Director Lunare, sir, as long as you ensure the safety of the two intruders.
You?
I'm confident I can distract her while you carry out your plan. I only need one thing, the Banshee's bone pen that you confiscated from Fern. I wonder how this is gonna go. It's gonna be fun if she just hands Nasty back her pen and be like, her pen and say, well, this is what Tennant's up to, Mr. Tennant's up to, so do with that information as you will. If you want to stay here, talk to me, sure. If you don't want to, then that's fine.
Get a move on. Don't keep Mr. Tannen waiting. He's gonna have our heads for ruining his collection room.
Just paying money isn't so bad. The real problem is if he wants a deal.
We're here. I brought them.
Thank you, sir. You may return to your duties. Mercia, my client. Unfortunately, it seems Mr. Tannen has nothing to do with your client's disappearance. I'll do my best to keep an eye out. Where did that Banshee go? Just go through the door and forget about her for now. Make sure you do exactly what Mr. Tannen tells you. If you ever want to leave Repeller Paradise on your own 2 feet. What's he planning? He's going to make you an offer you can't refuse. She's not lying. Skyjagger's steps grow slower and slower. He used to dash through this corridor, and his colleagues laughed at him for being impatient. How could he not be impatient? He did not have the luxury of a traditional education, of having his path paid for him. His family circumstances forced him to waste too much time on things other than research. But now he stands on the shoulders of Rhine Lab, at the pinnacle of applied science in Columbia, about to touch the very dome that has witnessed a miracle. There should not be any obstacles. No one has the right to hold back this great work.
I must tell Director Lunare about Tannen's secret and apologize. Footsteps. I thought all the researchers were evacuated.
Does this thing come off at all? It looks like one of those centrifugal safety membranes that the revolving bar used.
Don't touch it if you're not sure. We'll ask our new boss later.
Is Nasi still in your office? I heard she was willing to lose the whole vivarium to save us and that grumpy kid.
Shh, shut your big mouth. Nasi's a good person. That's all we need to know. Grumpy kid. Me?
Thank you for your time. I think this is the beginning of a beautiful partnership. I know, right? What kind of payments does she accept?
You're Gustav's secretary? What are you doing here?
And I bet she's very, very particular on what she accepts. Like what cases she takes, too. Ah, he must be Skyjagger. I finished my business with Director Lunare. Excuse me.
You're back. You apologized to Gustav? Yes. You gave all of Ryan's engineering control and agreed to stop active inspections? Yes. Ryan Lab has essentially withdrawn from the exhibition and will no longer appear on the catalog? Yes. We'll need to store experiment equipment here later. Come and help if you have the energy. Director. Yes? You knew I would screw up. You knew I was just an average Joe. That's why you kept me busy with inspections and botanical units, right? You were right. In the end, I'm just a musk beast in the gutter. I understood greatness, but I could never become a part of it.
No, Sky! Sky, don't think that way. Oh, poor Sky.
To be forgiven, saved, protected. Like all the testers here, I'm just an ordinary guy left in the dust. I wouldn't be here without your help. I needed new employees and an aide, that's all. I stayed with a group of pioneers when I first came to Columbia. They despised me for being a banshee who couldn't use incantations. I despised them for their lousy hunting traps. There was no passivity in our interactions. We forgave each other, saved each other, and protected each other. As we do now, as it should be.
The vivarium is quiet, but the presence of the testers seems to have changed this place of cold, metallic rationality. A misshapen wire pull tab has been added to the microscope slide box's stubborn lid. A sheet of plywood hangs from the air conditioning vent, making it a little less unbearably chilly. A few watch-out notes are pasted on the glass door that Sky tends to run into when he's angry. They remind him of his little sister. The average ordinary one who, in his eyes, must always be protected. He has never turned around to look back at her, not since he witnessed the miracle.
If moving forward means that we can't look back, how do we make sure we're still walking the same path that we chose in the beginning? What meaning is there in progress if it leads to a future that has been curated for only a select few? Why should ordinary people be left behind? I never took you for an orator, director. All I do is state facts, ask questions, find the solution, repeat. Get moving before you let big words and big ideals take you for a ride.
Man, I'm excited to see things blow up though for Mr. Tannen. And that's gonna be the best part. Tannen's bound to get trolled. And I look forward to the chaos. Shoot, it's too late now for that. Right here seems fine. For now. Shoot. He's like not. Okay, this is fine, kind of, sort of, not really. Fine enough anyways. Be health. Be even more health. It's a good thing we can reach from here. Okay, Thorns is fine on his own. I believe in him. He's the boy. My boy can do anything he wants. Oh, I activated that too quickly. Come on, enemies, you know you want to appear for me so I can use this stuff. Okay. I'm about halfway through. I hate how the platforms are just constantly moving. Oops. Well, Silver Ash, you're just gonna be there, doing your thing. And I'm just gonna activate skills, why not? Come on, enemies, you know you wanna appear faster before my skills run out. Why are you being so suspenseful? Gosh darn you. Ooh, for Sky, do you think he sees himself bandwagoning off of Ryan's Lab's greatness? He wants to prove himself there, to feel like he's worth actually working there, because it's his dream after all. Like, I know he feels like he's not worthy. Heck, he was even mentioning how he hasn't had the time to do experiments like the others have, how his education isn't the best. He needs to just rein back his temper a bit and also get all the experience he can. On the job experience. I think right now his dream is Not just being a part of Rhine Lab, he wants to be a part of Kristen's legacy specifically. Heck, he changed his name to Sky.
Sorry I'm late. I was busy today. Mercia, please. I must remember.
Oh, Mercia's taking her. Mercia, what you doing, girl?
Your situation is unusual. Your memories are like wilted leaves hanging from withered branches. Wiping away the dust might restore some sheen. But if you press too hard, you'll only damage them further. By all rights, I should not even touch them, if not for... Sorry, Madame Viola. I must remember. Your memories since leaving your homeland have not been happy ones. However, if you insist, close your eyes and we'll try again.
Mercia puts her old projector on the table with some effort. Her fingers slide as the glass slides drop into the slot, and the aging banshee becomes covered in an unfamiliar scene.
I remember this place.
Lithuanian?
She mentioned it. The spire, shackles, blood.
Slowly, indistinct memories begin to diffuse on the backdrop cast by the projector. Mercia can identify an elderly figure shackled by the wall. As robed figures come and go, the smell of blood, a terrifying melody, the marks of arts.
A Lithuanian spire? Were you imprisoned here as a test subject? You would have been buried beneath the tomes of the spire casters if not for the aid of a lich. The Ecclesia Requiem in the Holy City. You were in the funeral procession for kindred who have wandered far. Or the full of your clan? But the angels didn't like it, did they? They want laughter at their funerals, not wailing. You were almost arrested by the pontifical cohorts. You came to Columbia through the frontiers, even the bleached wasteland.
So does this mean that this projector is Mercia's arts unit? And I guess her arts can project memories?
The wind-blasted land, which not even beasts dare to tread? And finally, you came here. Why Propeller Paradise in particular? What did you come looking for? Here. There is a tree here. The tree here is waiting, decaying, wilting, decaying. I see. We have a vivarium here, and a terrible accident just happened in it. Wilt and decay, as you say. The master of the vivarium, she's a banshee too. Do you know this thing? The bone pen that caused the disaster at the vivarium, which was later confiscated by Gordon Tannen, now lies in Mercia's hand, white and innocent. Her. I sense her presence. You came to look for someone. I want to see her.
That's a cool arts. No need to crouch so low, Oakley. The arts unit in your back is slipping.
This is Rhine Lab's underground passage. The walls could have nano monitors listening to us. Besides, we have to worry about Propeller Paradise's warning system too. Why do we have to avoid the police if we're doing this for Tannen?
Do you think he trusts many of his subordinates? Even the elevator guard could be a pair of eyes for some big shot. If anything goes wrong, the trouble could go way further than just a few boxes of contraband.
So the two of us, being outsiders with no such interest in this, ended up being the best choice to dispose of his stuff?
Yes, but there's something I haven't been able to figure out.
What is it?
You got someone to do your job, and you got someone to meet them on the other side. Why not just lie down in your office, pet your fin beast, and put on some jazz? Aren't you worried about getting yourself in trouble if you're on scene, sir?
I came to see my little darlings off. What is it? Quit fidgeting. You almost hit the wall with the Arts Recreation Unit. I told you to treat it nicely. Your life depends on it. Yeah, I remember. You better remember what you said too. If we deliver your darling safely and keep our mouths shut, then we're square. Great.
Don't let your guard down. Nasty has refused to leave the vivarium. She's continuing her research in the middle of a room full of failures, pulling all-nighters.
So she's right above us? I think I hear her footsteps.
Don't worry, Mercy will take care of her. Mary! Mary!
Yes, Mr. Tannen. I hear you.
What's going on there? If something goes wrong, you've got to keep Nasty distracted, whatever it takes.
Don't worry, sir. It was my negligence that allowed the accidents to happen. I'll keep a close eye on Director Lunare and ensure that she leaves the Rhine Vivarium, buying as much time for you as possible.
Very good. See, even Mary steps up her game when it matters most. You two had better do the same. We're almost at the exit. Yes, sir.
Oh, who's this person? Fred has a keen sense of hearing.
There's a risk that you'll be exposed. Do you need the emergency management council to intervene?
There are better ways to use the Mainlander name. No need to worry about me. Being Mr. Tannen's secretary makes an excellent cover. Oh, she works for Mainlander. Report.
Bravo's intel is that the Ryan technical staff have evacuated the experiment zone. Director Ludore and her aide are the only ones who currently access the site. However,
she spends an inexplicable amount of time there or here.
Yes. Apologies are in order. As members of your squad, we should have trusted your judgment. It does seem that Ryan Lab might be hiding something under the exhibition hall.
No need to apologize. My mission was to monitor the tech firms.
What about Director Lunare? If we need to perform further investigation?
I have a plan. We'll have at least 20 minutes if everything goes well. I prepared a gift that she can't refuse. Let's see how this goes.
Whoa.
Again.
Is this a system that the vivarium and floating botanical units run on? I knew the banshees were good at manipulating objects from a distance, but to ban sound as a medium, sealing incantations inside the module and repairing flaws through self-cycling. This is a revolutionary innovation. If it's all incantation driven, you should stop reading purely speculative papers. Most people don't know much about the Banshees. Understand they rarely leave the Valley of Convalis. Did you live there before coming to Columbia? My first memories are of Castel. I was later adopted by one of my kin and taken to the Convalis. What kind of place is it? A peaceful, beautiful place. The riverbanks are covered in grass and shrubs. The flowers never wilt and the fruit never falls. Not even rain disturbs its tranquility, much less catastrophe. Why did you leave then? Who could it be at this hour? Director, over here! Is this your bone pen?
Did she just leave it there?
Part of it.
The conical tip, severed from the rest of the pen, rolls across the floor.
Who could have done this? What happened in the vivarium wasn't an accident, and it wasn't a practical joke. Everything was planned, and they were targeting someone. Maybe the target was you, or maybe Ryan Lab itself.
There's a way to find out. In Sarkaz, guide. The fragment in Nasi's hand floats up in the air at her command, a white halo enveloping it. The pen tip spins a few times, then slowly flies off in a certain direction.
Looks like the other half of the pen isn't far away. Director, it could be a trap, yes, but I must go. I sense traces of a familiar incantation from the bone pen.
Ooh. Time for the fated meeting. Test flight. A seed born of turbulent times takes root in the skies. Test flight sounds fun. Where's the exit? According to the map, we should be able to see the checkpoint machines now.
Oh, are we gonna keep going? There's nobody else here, and it's so eerily quiet. Of course there's nobody here, or we'll be exposed. Get your act together. Eek! Red liquid! It's dripping from the ceiling and filling my face! It's rusty water from the pipes. Don't make me sew your mouth shut.
Mr. Tannen, you said we'd be exposed if there's anybody else here, right? They look in the direction that Fern is pointing and see this somebody else. An ethereal figure walking towards them slowly from the end of the passage, flickering like a ghost in the dim light. Something feels familiar.
Oh shit. Keep walking. My authority over the Ryan experiment area is legitimate and absolute. Doesn't matter who's coming.
Is that so?
Oh gosh, it's Muse! It's nasty. Oh, it's so funny. It's like, Nasty, why are you looking at us that way? Imagine Nasty smiling like that and winking. Like, okay.
I would like an explanation, Tannen.
The Ryan experiment area is under investigation, Nasty. You agreed to cooperate with the administrative officers and the Propeller Paradise police.
How am I supposed to cooperate with an investigation that I know nothing about? Besides, it's news to me that the guides are administrative officers now.
The guide visited Ryan shortly before the lab accident. It makes perfect sense to have her along for the evidence gathering.
Yeah, it's definitely a horror movie.
As for the lack of prior notice, it's entirely within my rights to make the decision to ensure the integrity of the investigation.
Gordon Tannen considered every potential contingency, even interrogation by Gustave. He knew that he could not depend on Mercia, and was confident that he could handle this, but he could not stop his thick tail from nervously slapping the ground, as though it senses a threat, something beyond his control. Nasty is gazing at him, indecipherable, seemingly hiding something. Eeriness and anxiety caused Gordon Tannen to tighten his left fist in his pocket. I was just supposed to keep an eye out with the water clone hidden in the plants. Nasty never told me that the head of Propeller Paradise would be so hard to fool. I wear myself out arguing with him all night. Let's do this my way. Ahem. Ooh. Is it time to scare him off? Yep. This is definitely a horror movie for him. Also a good thumbnail image for me. I like this. The sound of dripping water, which accompanied the trio their whole way down the tunnel, is suddenly silent. Water droplets break free from the constraints of physics and float in midair. This is great. They feel a coolness at their feet. Only now do they notice that the water on the floor has reached their ankles. Mr. Tannen, look! Is that still Director Lunare? Gordon Tannen cannot believe what he's seeing. Water streams into Nasty from all directions, carrying her higher and higher, looking down at the three invaders. Gordon Tannen has never seen such effects from an arts unit. Prudence would certainly be in order if this was Banshee witchcraft, but there's something that scares him even more. Nasty bends down at him with a cute expression that the one by the name would never wear. It's like, this is all terrifying, but the scariest part is her face. That face.
There really isn't a single fresh thing on Terra, is there? I've heard this pre-written spiel 1,000 times. How about we talk about something else, like what's in those 2 big boxes of yours? Don't tell me they're presents for Ryan Lab. We've still got a ways to go until Christmas, I thought.
Who are you?
Nasty, the director of Ryan's engineering section, whose vivarium you just ruined a few hours ago. Who else?
She would never talk like that. And why do you look like you're saluting? That's a casting gesture, isn't it?
Heh, you noticed.
Yeah, I've seen many things from Terra on my trips. Not many scary, but that!
Looking at Nasty's cute smile, that scares the fuck out of me. His most terrifying image.
Heh, you noticed.
You can't fool me. I don't know what your arts do, but this underground passage belongs to Ryan. And anything that happens will only come back to bite you. You're not satisfied with just losing the experiment or the exhibit A. You want to go to jail with the rest of your people?
Let me remind you of something. Like you said, this underground passage belongs to Rhine, and you personally gave the order to shut it off. But I bet a whole lot of gold certificates that your people don't know about tonight's investigation. How many would know where to go look for your corpses?
You dare... Run!
Oh yeah, he's terrified.
It is nighttime. Nasti feels a daze as she walks the streets of her Pele paradise. This place began as a proposal from Rhine, built by Nasti personally, but Nasti no longer recognizes any of the myriad inventions that adorn it. She even has to stop and think in order to figure out how the inflatable street lamps by the roadside work. Nasti cannot help but feel that she is walking into an unfamiliar life.
It's like when I first came to Rhine. Muses emerged from the sink, teasing me for my ignorance as she walked me through sterile lab cleaning procedures.
Nasti stops in her tracks. Another fragment of the bone pen lies quietly in the gaps of the bricks, having guided her all the way here. She picks up the fragment as she once did when she walked into a new life for the first time. The difference in the scenes right now. Horror movie below. And then slightly eerie walk above. Young Nasti walks into the forest of the Convalis, carrying a bag far larger than she is, and stuffing it with broken twigs. Yummy. Tana will have nightmares of Nasti being an idol doing cute dances, yes! And him being a fan of hers. Oh, it's gonna be funny. It has been 2 weeks since she and Viola arrived at the Convalis, and Viola is busy with the younger banshees who come to her with questions of every kind. Only when the banshees are all asleep and there is no one in the valley does Viola have time to take Nasti's hand and walk with her through this beautiful place. Finally, Nasti decides to build a treehouse on her own, but the bag of twigs is too heavy for her and she must wait for Viola to pick her up. It has been so long since the rainy season. Isn't it time for another rowing competition? When do we...
Let me clear the mud of the eastern shore of the lake. But no spin incantation on the boat this time, please.
Teacher, one of the Miss Staple vines is getting in my house. Can I cut it? Or Miss Apple?
No, my child. Nothing is better for wiping one's feather horns. The Pope of the Mist Apple, perhaps you could guide the vine to grow in a different direction. It'll be a chance for me to see if you've been practicing the incantations I taught you.
How long has it been since we last received a token from outside, custodian?
We've only had 5 or 6 this month. I dealt with them when I was in Castel to ask the Child of Soil and Stone to treat the roosting tree.
So few?
Isn't it a good thing?
It's been half a year since you taught me the elegies, but I haven't really had the chance to sing for anyone. Can I go next time and help our kin?
Alright. Let Viola rest. It's alright, this is what I'm supposed to do. The children call you teacher and custodian. I never confer these titles. What you've done for the Corvallis over the past 2 centuries puts me to shame as the Lord of the Banshees. You know the reason. I have to keep working to distract myself. Do Carel cause you any trouble during your audience with Her Highness? He's been hostile towards our people ever since we retired to the Convalis. He's hostile to everyone, but speaking of Her Highness, she showed me the early fruits of her exploration to the nature of Originium. Perhaps she's already chosen a more resolute path. What about us then? What about the Convalis? The Convalis is no longer associated with the future of the Sarkaz. Even if Her Highness really has changed her mind, it remains a Banshee sanctuary. You brought the girl back a little while ago, didn't you? The daughter of a stray sister. I should have found her 5 years ago. If Daniel keeps asking me when he can come and see her, he's so curious about everything beyond the valley.
Logos hasn't met her at this point.
The boy. Please tell Vanya that Nasty is rather timid and needs time to get used to the convalesce.
Oh, she ain't timid at all. If anything, she'd bonk him. She's feisty. It's not true, I'm not timid, you know that.
Yes, but you'll be living with other banshees for a very long time. They'll share food with you rather than throw rocks at you. Living with them will be very different from living in Castell. That's why I want your meeting to be more formal. Give me time to prepare, won't you?
Understood. But what are you preparing? Does it have something to do with the token from outside that you were talking about? The things in your house? Those black blood crystals, dirty shrouds, and dried up hearts? But why do you say there are only 5 or 6? You always stay up late, peering at them, with a deep frown on your face.
Nasty, do you like this valley?
Yes. There's no blood in the mud, no black rocks in the houses, no fighting, plenty of food, and no one ever disturbs you.
Do you want to stay here?
Yes, that's why I want to build my own treehouse soon.
Have you decided where?
There's a big, beautiful tree deep in the valley, right? What's the name? The roosting tree?
Yes, it's the Banshee's final resting place.
Everyone lives there, right? Even though you're never taking me there. I want to live close to that place, can I? And when will you teach me incantations? That way, I can move this bag of twigs myself.
No need to be so hurried.
When will you teach me how to play the bone whistle? That way, I can play in front of the others when we play together. I took it from your house, but I couldn't make a sound with it.
No need to be so hurried, my dear girl.
The tired banshee suddenly seems unfamiliar to Nasty. She knows where Viola always starts when polishing her own feather horns, and how many nearly indistinguishable black dresses she has. But she can never tell what Viola is thinking. Nasty stops asking questions and raises a bone whistle, obstinately blowing on it in futility, until a soaring melody covers up the muffled sound she is making.
You want to play the whistle for the other children, don't you? One does not need a bone whistle to accompany a smile. Come, child, I'll teach you.
Nasty does not understand how the simple leaf in Viola's hands can make a sound, much less why that sound is so full of sorrow. The sky is blue, the waters of Mist Lake murmur on, and everything seems perfect. Nasty follows Viola's gaze. The branches of the roosting tree are just barely visible in the distance, swaying like reeds, like fate. And now back underground. And yeah, she's definitely keeping Nasty separate from the others. Maybe she's worried they make fun of her for not being able to use the bone whistle properly.
Nasty is still in Rhine experiment area, and is preparing to kill Tannen. See behind me, Miss Celine.
Oh, her name is Celine. I run faster than Mr. Tannen. Should we really get into a fight with the Banshee? But then Nasty was just a potted plant.
A water clone. Musis here.
There's a little gadget enchanted with water elf arts. Doesn't actually do much. A combination of Nasty's image, Musis' inspiration, and home field advantage. No one could have predicted it. No wonder those 3 were scared away.
Should we evacuate Mr. Tannen then?
No, keep going. Follow the traces left behind by the water.
According to the blueprints, we're almost at a dead end. There's nothing except the watermarks. Maybe that was indeed a bluff by Musis.
Nasty's a genius engineer. It wouldn't be hard for her to leave a hidden space out of the blueprints. Besides, the presence of the water clone itself is a sign that there are potential secrets here. Sorry, walking with fists crackling, with a cute smile. Yeah, that'd be terrifying. I've been thinking, why is Nancy the only one here when there are 2 Ryan directors working on the project?
By all accounts, the vivarium should fall within Musa's domain, shouldn't it?
Unless, by its very nature, it's something only Nasi can do.
You mean?
If your potted plant suddenly died, sorry, purely hypothetical, would your first reaction be to keep checking the time on your watch over and over?
No, I'll be more concerned about the cause of death than the time.
But that was what the most experienced researchers near Nasi did when the incident at the vivarium occurred. Check the time. It was almost as though they expected the wilting to happen. It just didn't happen at the expected time.
Therefore, Ryan's claim that their studying plants that can survive at high altitude, based on the data from the Galeria Stellaria.
It's a cover-up story. I think Mayliner has found Ryan's true secret. Ryan doesn't need the plants in the vivarium to live. It needs them to die. Not the life that an elf celebrates, but the death that a banshee knows well.
But why?
Death will water. Death will water what? A tree that is even more special. Back to Nasi's walk. The elderly banshee stands in the shadow at the end of the street. She has waited a long time. The night is longer than the 3 centuries that she has lived. She watches as the familiar figure approaches. It is taller and sturdier than she remembers. The facial features look different. The clothes are of an unfamiliar style. Not so familiar anymore. Viola's head begins to ache. Her chaotic memories are like Mist Lake in deep winter. The cold and heavy mist swallowing her in an instant. In sarcasm. Separate. Guide. Nasi places the fragments of the bone pen in the center of her palm and recites the language of the banshees. The incantation separates the scent that does not belong to her, but is very familiar, and leads her to its source. There's no wind, but the bone pen begins to sway. All will be answered soon. Then... Nasi... Careful.
What's the situation over there?
There's someone else. Caught. Mr. Tannen, stop. I think we're lost.
I think we're lost too. I can't believe how much space Ryan has beneath the experiment area. This has got to be against the rules. Usually, when scientists leave so much space in their labs, they're either saving it for a big plan, or it's from a big plan that's already gone off the rails. Sir, is it just me or is the ground?
The ground's cracking.
Looks like it's the former. Somebody help!
When did the door behind us close?
Damn it, please tell me it's not a giant missile, Nasty.
The concrete beneath their feet shatters, as though it were made from crackers. Gordon Tannen tries to hook the pillars with his tail, grabbing the walls with his hands, but all he finds is a single twig glowing dimly. Well, he found a tree. The vivarium is supposed to be filled with plants that could survive with no sunlight. Persevere, and maybe that in itself is incomplete since it's plastic only for decoration. They decide to research with the Banshee touch to be a vivarium that is special. A plant that can survive even the sky with no dirt, water, but something else is energy. And there's a tree! Beneath him, a canopy made from metal and withered wood expands in the darkness. The glowing tree rises up silently in the night sky, as if 1,000 stars are rushing upwards.
This thing, does it have a propeller, an engine? There isn't any sound of machinery. How could it possibly fly? Nasty. Rhine Lab. I'll be completely damned.
Spotlight.
Shit, why do these guards feel the need to shine lights into the sky just because some humongous thing is taking off in the middle of the night? Who the hell trained them? Oh right, it was me. Great.
Would you say we're exposed, sir?
I would say we are. Given that everyone who's awake in Propeller Paradise right now is seeing us hanging off a tree with 2 big boxes of contraband.
Oop.
You think there's a chance if I yell that I found some dangerous Rhine experiments for the people below?
No.
No, not a thinking chance. I can't let this thing get ruined until I figure out how Ontario could fly.
Bro.
Okay, it really is over now.
She's definitely making a special tree, alright? Or special plants. It's kind of cute obsessed with plants they are. Just like how Sari was making her calcium plants earlier.
What just happened?
I think her intrusion might have awakened something. But now there are no secrets on Propeller Paradise anymore.
Is this another miracle, Director Lunaray? Or is it a stillborn miracle?
No need to say anything. I can see it all from here. I'll head back right away.
But Viola?
Nah.
A moment of hesitation, and the elderly banshee fails to say the name. Viola watches as the young banshee departs. She looks in her direction and sees a huge glowing tree, slowly rising into the sky. The roots of the tree are not secure, swaying in the night breeze. At this distance, they sway like weeds, like fate.
Is that the roosting tree?
Ooh, she's gonna make her own roosting tree. You know, that'd be pretty nice, actually. If they could take that kind of stuff with them, considering how the Convalis is. Like, that'd be a nice thing to have inside of space. And oops, I was trying to clean my stuffies. From this way. Wait, I get Skybox. Interesting. Hello, Skybox. I didn't bother looking who was available at this moment. Collect.
一本やるよ、ドクター。ほら、火だ。何、ただのオリジ
So
ナル
we're gonna make him do community service here?
すげえもんはいくらでもある。今日
I
うまく
kind of love that.
明日にはあんたの手元に。
I didn't expect to get Mr. Tan in here.
タバコ、アーツユニットおよび
Oh, that is so funny.
管理局所属ゴードンタメンだ。よろしくな。
If you're on Terra, nothing can surprise you at that point. And look at his helmet. I like how he has to tape it all together. Stop, Skybox. Oh, that is too funny. So cool, it's like 8 stages, so that means next time I can actually finish it for sure. That's cool. And yeah, she recognized it, so that's kind of good. This is gonna be 8 stages total. I'm gonna assume it's gonna be epilogue, of course. So it'll be 5, 6, 7, 8 epilogue. Like, I'm pretty sure you should wanna make sure memories don't get lost. Like, yeah, she's working in a place of science after all. Gotta make sure progress does not get destroyed. And now that I got to more of this map, Air Expo Columbia, we should have started from this, The sky, a window without a sill, frame or pane. Rhine Lab. Dr. Oxygen. Hardship. Was that 4? Fair? Fern trolling is the funniest thing. Like, she accidentally trolls with all the craziness going around her. Like, that is the funniest. Though today, Moo is the VIP with her jump scare. The jump scare nasty was too funny. I'm so curious about this design. Like that one finger going down. It's like, wee, random finger pointing. Better world, better life. Whose giant finger is that? I want to touch it. But yeah, I'm excited to be able to finish the event later on. Especially after unlocking a good farming stage. I appreciate this kind of farming stage. Like, uncommon. But at the same time, I gotta make sure I can do that stage good. So I can farm even better if I want to do that one too. And of course, get my rewards. As one does. Yeah, she can only hope there's no security cameras. Everyone will be terrified. And man, I wonder if my family members are gone yet. Like, sorry, auntie, cousins, and everyone else. Like, I don't want to say hi. But I do want the food. I know Dad was making salmon. Assuming there's any salmon left, I want to take some. I want to eat it. But if there's none left for me, it's fine. That's what I get for being bad and just holding myself up in my room. Oh well. But yay. I like the event so far, it's fun. And next week, I'll finish it for sure. But yeah, I guess I'll go see if there's any more salmon for me. So that being said, thank you everyone for stopping by the stream. I hope everyone has a great rest of the day at the Gacha Luck. I'll see you guys later. Bye bye. Food time for me. Yummy, yummy. Or if there's no salmon, it's fine because it's bread. I saw that there was bread, which means I can finally make myself a peanut butter honey sandwich.